but it is portrait. I attempted to try to make a landscape. Didn't work. Tried to do it on my computer. Didn't work. That's okay, but we're still gonna go on with the video. I'm so excited for this topic, ladies. I feel like this topic has been like building and building and building, even through my own experience with how I was raised and seeing my friends. And I feel like this topic every woman needs to know, and every woman needs to understand that who they choose as their husband is gonna be, or if like the most important decision of their whole entire life, right? One of the most important decisions you will make in your whole entire life, if not the most important decision. Your husband, ladies, is either going to be an incredible liability in your life or an incredible asset. There's no in between, lady. There's no in between. He is either sowing into you, making you feel like every element of your life, pillar of your life is elevating, or he is either going to do the opposite. Make you feel anxious, make you doubt yourself, make you feel like you can't do the things that you want to do, or he is going to either make you feel unstoppable. And I've experienced this in so many relationships, and I can tell if this man is going to be a good husband to me or not, and a good decision for my future children, if I know that I'm either more focused, have more clarity in my life with my business decisions, with my fitness goals, with just my friendships, just everyday things. I already feel like, yes, I can do this, or feel more like elevated in my life, or feel like I'm confused. The way a man treats you, how he responds to you, how he shows up for you is going to either create disease, illness in your body, or he is going to help soothe your nervous system, sow into you and make your feminine thrive. And you will experience every aspect of your life elevate. And you can tell ladies that are in a relationship or married, if she is with a really good partner, she's happier. You can see her glow. You can just tell she's super happy, that she's taken care of. And I've seen a lot of women, especially in my own experience with how I was raised as well, and my parents, that growing up, and I love my parents, but growing up and how I was raised, I definitely saw the dynamic between my parents, and I just knew from a very young age my marriage is going to be different. Like, I saw and a lot of this, ladies, is how you grew up. So my one side of my one parent grew up very poor, very not a stable household. Hello. And my other parent grew up quite well, but both sides did not have the emotional intelligence and the support there with communication, with conflict resolution. So I grew up in a very unstable family, and this led to me developing a really strong anxious attachment style, which I have over the years have grown now to more of a secure attachment style. But if you how I grew up, I saw my parents' dynamic, and I knew that my marriage cannot be this way. I knew, I promised I cannot choose a partner that treats me this way, that yells. There's no conflict resolution. There's no interest. There's no passion. There's no connection there. And I know firsthand in seeing other people's relationships, so many people stay in relationships and marriages where they're just not happy, where the norm is to yell, to argue, to have massive blowouts, name calling, yelling, screaming. I've even experienced like different family members, their husbands hitting their wives as well, and that's like normalized. And to me, I'm just like, how, in my mind, I'm like, they grew up in a certain way where that's okay. They can't leave the marriage, they can't leave the relationship, and they'll just take that on. And then it's like a few hours later, the next day, they don't even, like, nothing happened. It's gone back the same. The wife cooks the husband meals, like packs his lunch, like nothing has happened. And I've seen firsthand how much resentment, how much conflict, how much like trauma builds up inside your body, and you just over time develop like lots of physical symptoms of illness, a lot of like energetic weight, like, and I've seen as well my family members snapping just like that, just a little comment or something, because they've built up so much anger from their marriage, from their relationship. And I just knew I am going to do the inner work. I'm going to, like, it is so possible that if you grew up a certain way and that's not your ideal like marriage, ideal relationship, that you can do the inner work. Like, a lot of people think that you have to grow up a certain way to reach a certain goal, but it's so powerful to use the contrast of that. Use your environment, use how you were raised, the things that you did not like, and you know deep down, this isn't going to be me. This is not going to be my marriage. This isn't going to be the relationship and dynamic I'm going to have with my future husband. And do the inner work, ladies. Like, and I've seen through the changes that I've made in myself, even my parents completely shifting how they communicate with me and together. It is true that when you also change internally, you can be the woman, the person in the family, the daughter that breaks lineages of this trauma, of like broken marriages, of marriages where they're just so unhappy, where you just can't be yourself, where like you kind of lose your identity and like what you like to do, your hobbies, your interests. And yeah, like it has changed my life doing this work. Just even how I was raised, it has given me so much like motivation, so much like seeing like so many people, my extended family members, even how I was raised, people stay in relationships and marriages because just to save face. Like in Asian culture, like you just don't have divorces, but I've just seen the damage it has done with like even like the trauma, the illnesses. It really festers in you when you can't speak your mind, when you suppress your feelings, when you don't really resolve conflict. Like it really changes. It really, not in a great way. It changes how you think, how you show up to the world. Like even like your quality of life. It is just, so this topic today is like really close to my heart. And I know this is going to change so many of you ladies like mindset when it comes to choosing your partner. So your partner will either be a huge liability in your life or an incredible asset. So they will either sow into you and make you feel like every aspect of your life elevate even more. If it's not adding to your life more than you were single, ladies, that's not the right relationship for you. If your partner is not making you feel like you can do more in your life, that you can like overcome your fears, he's not that support system for you, where like maybe before you would doubt yourself, maybe you're still growing in your own life as an independent single woman. But with him by your side, it feels like you are unstoppable, right? It's like times 10 the speed of your growth, because the masculine is there. The masculine is there to support you, right? To ground you, to make you feel like, wow, like You don't even like the way he like thinks of you and looks at you. He's like, wow, like Brenda, you don't even know Sally, Lauren, like Haley, you don't even know like what I see in you. You are so incredibly powerful. Like, you've got this. Like, what do you mean you're so good at this? This is the type of partner you need to choose, ladies. And you need to move beyond superficial, like looks, superficial, like characteristics and traits. Like if he has six-pack abs, like if he has blue eyes, like if he's like this tall. Like I get it if you're a tall woman, like yes, you want a man like taller than you, but not like specifics. Like if you're like 5'2", 5'3", like me. I think I'm 5'4", but I think I shrunk over the years. But if you are not like, if you're like short already and you're like, I want a 6'4" person, like then like that's a nice add-on. That's like a bonus. That can be, yes, you can still have that, but it's gonna be at the bottom. It's like a nice to have, a bonus. Your top priority, ladies, is, does he make me feel unstoppable in every aspect of my life? In business, in career, in my fitness goals. The relationships I've had in the past, ladies, where I literally was in the best shape of my life. Like I had lost 15 kilos in my early 20s and I was so on it. I was a personal trainer. I was so on it. Like I went to the gym. I felt so good. And then like I got in a relationship with this man and I just like, and this is like 10 years ago, ladies. I do not know what I know now. Like not in day, whole different woman today. But back then, like it was just all chemistry, all physical. If he was good looking, like it was none of the traits that I look for now. Or I did have some aspects, but it was like I was like wavering. Like, you know, when you like become intimate with a man, you kiss a man, right? And there's like hormones. And like you can't stop yourself. You know, that is why I tell you, ladies, do not like kiss super early on. Like, yes, if it's the right moment and you feel like you feel safe, you feel good, yes, on the first date, but like hold it out, second date, third date, and do not be intimate with them unless they're gonna be your husband or you're like at least like committed, seriously committed. But now I'm like waiting to marriage. But when you become intimate and have sex with a man, like it's very different from a woman to a man. You are gonna biologically, you're gonna be so like attached to him at the hip because like you are trying to make sure that you are close to him. Like it's survival instincts for a woman. Because you're gonna procreate, you're gonna have a family, like this is your man. Like evolutionary and biologically, like it's in us, in our like the hormones for us to attach to a man, even if he's not the right partner for us. That's why I say, do not become intimate. When you start kissing a man, like touching all over, like, you know, sleeping with them, and he's just not right for you, like all the bells and red flag signals were just completely like, you're just gonna override them, right? And you're just gonna be like, no, convince yourself. You wanna be close to them. You're gonna naturally want to attach to them, even though they're not the right person for you. So it's so important that you discern before you give your cookie out. Ladies, you are so valuable. Before you give your cookie out, like you really need to make sure that he hits all your non-negotiables. He sews into you, ladies, and he makes your feminine safe, secure, and you feel like you're thriving more than you were single. If you don't feel your life is better with him, he's not the man for you. You'd rather be single, ladies. Trust me. I've had so many married couples, and the woman tells me, do not, Brenda, they tell me all the time. And even they don't tell me, I can tell. Like, I've seen marriages where the woman's making 3 times as much as the man. And then they meet and they get together, have children, all that. And they met the man where he was broke and they were like ambitious, making a ton of money, killing it, right? And now they've got kids and a family. And now They've no purpose, no job because they're taking care of the kids. Now they cook, they're clean, right? And now they've become the help. They've become the help. And no appreciate. There's a difference between, yes, you are nurturing, you're taking care of the house, the children, you cook, you clean and stuff. There's a difference between a man really appreciating and sewing into you, like, babe, you've been working so hard, let me give you some time away, booking this, blah, blah, plan dates, blah, 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 flowers, blah, 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 like knows you to the T of what makes you feel good and really appreciates you. Then a man is like, expects you to do it. Like, that's your job. Like, I bring the money, you cook, you clean, blah, blah, blah. I don't do my laundry, I don't do my clothes. You do all that for me. There's a huge difference between that. Over time, you're gonna build so much resentment from that. So I don't even know what I was talking about. I like to go on tangents, but if you're not with the right man, like so many times that I've experienced myself, is that your body, your nervous system will tell you if you are not aligned, right? And a huge one is if you think they smell good. Huge one, if you think they smell good. So like, I know a man is not compatible with me if I think their natural smell is like off-putting. If their natural smell smells good to you, you are most likely like aligned. I'm not saying other parts, you have to take in consideration other parts, but if their natural smell like puts you off, you're not aligned. Like your body sends you so many signals and signs of like, yes, he's safe. You know he's not. Another one is if you feel like anxious around him. So many times in my past, like I would like, and now looking back, it's because he was emotionally unavailable. Ladies, if you feel anxious around a man and feel like confused or like you're trying, maybe you have your own business or you have work and you're trying to concentrate, but you're still thinking like, you're still deciphering like what he said to you, like what did he mean? Is he picking me up? And his texts are like maybe inconsistent, or it may not be inconsistent, but it may feel like you don't feel at peace. You know how a man, like when a man like texts you the day before your date, just checking, just confirming we're still on for tomorrow for our date, I'm picking you up, we're meeting at this time, and then you're like, you feel at peace because you're like, he's checking up on me, right? He's still leading it and confirming, moving forward it. And like, and then the day of, or if he's gonna pick you up right before, or like in the morning, he's like, I'm excited for our date tonight, excited to see you. Or before the date, he's like, I'm 30 minutes away, I'm about to leave the house, can't wait to see you. You feel at ease. The men that I've been with in the past, from my experience, again, 10 years ago, not where I am today, so much has changed, wouldn't even like text to confirm. And it'd be like, it's been a week since I've talked to them. And then they suddenly show up and they text, I'm here. Or like on my way, I'm like, I haven't talked to you in 7 days. Like I'm not even ready. Didn't know the date was going on. And I'm like, isn't it common sense you would confirm like the day before, even like text a few days before? You see what I mean, ladies? A man that really sews into you, nervous system is calm. Like he's already thinking about me. He's calling or texting to confirm the day before, the day of, and right before he leaves the house. It makes you feel at ease. Not like, is the date happening? Like, should I text him first? You never text him first. And you like all over the place. Or when he texts you and maybe you share something about your day that you're excited about, maybe you're a little bit more vulnerable with him. And the way he responds is like, oh, cool. There's no context. There's no like follow-up of like, I'm so proud of you. That's so amazing. Tell me more. Bella, like interested in you, right? So that's the difference. Hello, Bella. Andra, how do you work on your fear of intimacy meanwhile so that when it's the right person, it's not a lot of boxes? So for that one, I would say get comfortable with feeling intimate with yourself. So if you're not like, if you don't do mirror work naked, I would do it. Stand in front of the mirror naked and literally give love to yourself. Stand in front of the mirror and be like, damn, you look so good today. Like, damn, look at those curves. Damn, check your butt out, you know? Or orgasm. Oh wait, can I even say that on YouTube? Or like really explore your, I don't know if I can say that. Really explore your body, like, and another thing is ecstatic dance or dancing, like sensual dancing. Put on music that make you feel alive. Like, I love doing this right before bed. I'll put on a bunch of music. Like, I literally have an intuitive dance playlist, and inside Dream Girl Academy, I literally have this playlist for you ladies where like you can like put on lingerie or put on anything you feel sexy in, and like literally sway your body intuitively, dance, like feel like so free. No one's looking. The more you get comfortable with yourself and your body, like mirror work, affirmations in front of a mirror, like you can do them intuitively. Every single day is different. Maybe one day like you talk about certain body parts, another day maybe you talk more about, damn, you're so beautiful, you're so sexy, like I love how you blah blah blah. Like whatever comes to mind, the more you like feel comfortable with yourself, and not even like sensually or sexually, but more so like accompanied by yourself as well, like solo dating yourself. I feel when I really grew more comfortable with my body, like I got good at like dancing freely at ecstatic dance. So I don't know where you live, but I'm sure they do it in most countries. Look up ecstatic dance. It's pretty much like a club where you dance freely. There's no alcohol, no nothing. You don't wear any shoes. It's barefoot. And literally for 3 hours, they play a whole bunch of different songs. Hi, Bella. Oh my God. This is like my second time going live. So I'm like, so much stimulation happening. And I love like going on a tangent. But yeah, ecstatic dance is so fun. Like I first did it when I went to Bali. And like you really, in the beginning, you can feel like in the beginning, I was more towards the back because there were like 100 people, whatever, and each ecstatic dance is different. But I was more towards the back, and I already love dancing, but this is dancing in front of like, this is a different style of dancing where you can like do anything you want. No one judges you. And ecstatic dance is about releasing trauma, being your like freest self, unlimited self, no judgment. And it's funny because I would move from the very back, then I would move to the middle, then I'd move to the very front. So you develop a lot of confidence with your body, moving your body freely. And that is going to help you a lot, like with being intimate with a man. And a lot of self-concept, like body affirmations, mirror work is going to help a lot. And like seeing yourself naked, getting comfortable with that, like really like looking at yourself in the mirror and going, I like really loving yourself. And it's totally okay if there's aspects of your body where you're like, I wish that was more toned, skinnier, or like whatever it is. And it's okay to just be like, I love you and I accept you. And it's 1000% okay it's normal to accept and love yourself today, but still have goals to, maybe I'm gonna like hit the gym more. Maybe I'm gonna eat a little more like better, like more whole foods. Maybe I'm going to make sure I get more sleep, hydrate more. And another thing is, for me, like really changing up my style and aesthetic and really wearing clothes that make me feel magnetic. Like damn, juicy, feminine, amazing. And it's gotten really fun because I pick up my earrings, my clothes, and nice lingerie, and I wear nice pajamas as well. And it's like not for anyone, it's for me, my own eyes. And when you walk around your own house and in the mirror, for example, like you're just like, you just more naturally, you start building more confidence of like, damn, like I really take care of myself. I'm feeling really good. And also like buying workout clothes that you really like, that it's cute. And that even motivates you even more and really develops a higher and stronger self-concept about yourself. where you really think like, wow, I'm like I've raised my standards. Like when you naturally feel like I have so much worth, like you really like truly deeply love yourself, and you are actually doing the steps of like, what does a woman that has high self-confidence, that feels confident in their body, like sensually, sexually, intimately with a man, right? Like if you're actually doing the steps of like, wow, you're taking care of your hair, putting on makeup, getting dressed, you go to the gym, like you cook yourself nourishing meals, right? You really like celebrate your body. And yes, it's okay to have like off days and bad days, but that'll really help you develop a stronger relationship with your body and solo dating. So it's like a accumulation of a few things. Wait, I have a whole list of what I was going to talk about. I'll answer a few more questions. This is from Forever New. It's an Australian brand, Forever New. I literally bought it yesterday. I was like, like it's like I'm going to like a winery. I don't know. Like I'm going to like a European summer sort of, I don't know. But I was like, I gotta get it. It looks like very high tea-ish. And that's the look I was going for. Okay, I'm gonna drink some water and then we'll move on. I'm really liking these lives. I want to do more of these. But I need to figure out how to make it like this. Like for the longest time, I've been trying to click, trying to do the settings. And I did click the setting of horizontal, but I was horizontal, but it still wouldn't film in horizontal. So I was just like, whatever, I'm still gonna go live. And I even for a minute just started recording a normal video. And I'm like, okay, I'll just record it normally, then I'll upload it. But I'm like, no, I want to go live today, so I'm gonna go live. I don't care if it's portrait, landscape, I'm gonna go live. Okay, another thing, ladies, is you will know if he's the right one for you if a huge thing for me is, like, I think I spoke about a bit before, is how you eat, like your nervous system. Like when you're with the wrong man, like I remember being with these two men, and it's so fun because I lost so much weight. I was super fit, in the best shape of my life, lost 15 kilos. Then I gained it all back being with this guy. Wrong man. Just no. Then I lost all of it being single, and then I was with another guy, and guess what happened? Gained it all back. And my skin was different. It wasn't as like glowing, and a lot of issues physically on our body, like acne, like eczema, like even hives, like unexplained things where you're like, oh, is this nutrition? Is it this? No, it's your man. It's your man. When you're like happy, calm, giddy, having the best time of your life, like ladies, you're gonna glow. You're gonna feel so good. You're going to feel like you're having the time of your life. Like you're so taken care of. You're so relaxed. Like he's leading. He's really sewing into you. So that's another huge thing. So smell, like how he smells, and like your body. Like you can feel it in your gut, in your belly. Like this one guy, I was like, why am I getting stomach aches? Like before bed, like why am I getting stomach aches before bed? And like I couldn't sleep. And I'm like, this makes no sense. But I deep down knew, and now I really know, it was the wrong guy. Like your body always knows. And you may try to override it and think, oh no, like I'm thinking too much into it. Like I need to, like maybe I've got trauma, blah, blah. Like, yes, in certain circumstances, if you're really like dysregulated, not to do anything with men, and men might just trigger even if they're healthy. But most of the time, it's the man. Like he's not really actually masculine and sewing into you. That is why you are feeling that anxious, like stomach aches. Like I literally thought, like, what the heck did I eat? Like really bad pains. And it was because I was like entertaining an emotionally unavailable man. That left me confused, that left me feeling like, where is this going? That left me feeling like questioning things. Wrong guy. Okay, another one, business, career, and goals. So another personal story, like everything, so much of my life, like that is why, like, yes, date for marriage, but if you're at an age, like if you're in your early 20s, even mid 20s, like, and you're just still like figuring out your life, like what you want to do, you're traveling, like I would say just like have fun, and not like stick around, but like have fun in the sense of like make it like a like use dating as a teaching mechanism. Like that's what I teach in Dream Girl Academies, how to attract wealthy provider men. Like there was many phases of my life where I was just like, let's see what these men can do. Like let's see how he can spoil me. Let's see let's see like what he's gonna buy me. And it's super fun too, because you learn like what you don't like, and you also realize, holy moly, there's men willing to drop down thousands of dollars for me. That's like that easy. And you really do meet men where you're like, wow, I never thought this quality was so important, but I really like this quality. Now I'm gonna add it to my non-negotiables. Like one time I dated this guy, he was super funny, like so funny. And like he made me laugh. And I could tell, oh my God, he's gonna be a great father. Like I never knew, like, oh, birds outside. I never knew, like I never would put like funny as like a as a thing on my list, but like it really like helped me like lighten the mood and made things a lot more like fun, a lot more lighthearted, playful, and only because I dated him that I experienced that, and now that that has happened and I've experienced that. Now I've looked at my like non-negotiables and what I'm looking for like so differently. So you can be in, it's okay to be more in the like, I'm just gonna date, see how it goes, open to marriage if it happens that way, and like have fun with it, like not really have like yes, obviously have standards. Like you're not gonna date like a homeless person, and you're gonna make sure you're gonna like only entertain men who is still like treating you to nice things, taking you out, blah blah, planning and stuff. That can be one phase of your life. Another phase is, yes, I'm only intentionally dating for marriage and will only entertain men that will lead to marriage. I don't even know where I was before that. I keep going on tangents. I'm like, what was I talking about for? Yeah, business, career, goals. So if you're a woman who right now is working towards like scaling your business, making 5K, 10K, 100K, $1 million, whatever it is, I would say if you are an ambitious woman at the moment, I would say only date to marry, because men siphon feminine energy. They literally, what you have to give, ladies, or value is like here. Up here, ladies. Like your smile, the way you look, right? Even just having you on their arm, taking you out, you are adding so much success, so much confidence to him. Like you are adding like so much to his life. Him just taking you out on a date and paying for the date is like dirt bare minimum compared to the value you bring to him, ladies. And if a man is not like again, if you are focused on your business, like this was a time in my life where I was focused on at the time I was more like a mindset business coach than everything else that I do at the moment. But at the time, like I was dating someone where he was not at his full potential. Again, this was like years ago, where I was still dating men not as ambitious or more ambitious as me. And I could feel like, it always happened, like in the past happened this way, where if I'm with a man and he does not like, if he says something or doesn't do something, that'll F me up in the head. You know, as women, men can compartmentalize, and women especially if you get attached. Like, you can't go on with your day unless you solve that disagreement or problem and he makes you feel better. Like, you cannot think, like, you cannot like go on with your day unless it's solved. If you're really attached to a man, but a man can compartmentalize, and it's very different for men and women. So if you are focused on a career, I highly recommend you date intentionally to marry, not like willy-nilly, like, because it's going to distract you. It's gonna, men naturally siphon feminine energy, and women, like, what you have to, like, you just being there, you don't even need to say anything, but like just being at dinner or on a date, like, that is giving him so much joy. Like, looking at you, like, your beauty in itself, your feminine energy, the fact that you're a woman, the fact that you're next to him, your presence is value, so much value. You'll walk away going, man, I had an amazing day. Like, even just being, you don't even need to talk, but just looking at you, having you in his arms, he's like, like, even people looking at you guys, and he's like, damn, like, it's the girl like I got. Like, he's already getting so much validation, confidence. He's gonna go away, and that's gonna help him with his job, business, success, whatever. And if he's not acting right, you're gonna walk away feeling maybe less than, maybe more confused and more clouded, feeling like you can't think straight. Like, that has happened to me so many times where I really had to learn, like, a couple times. Not even couple, like I really had, which led me to what I'm doing right now, because I went through that and I finally saw the signs and listened to my intuition and grew self-confidence and self-worth. If you don't have that, ladies, you are going to let men walk all over you, give out your energy willy-nilly, talk to men for weeks, months, and they do nothing. There's no date, there's no investment, there's no financial, like, anything to you. So it, like, your man, you should feel, if you're a business owner, you're an entrepreneur, a coach, you should feel like you're earning more money. Like, wow, he's adding more energy to me, to fuel, to add into my business, to hop on a live, to create content. Like, I feel more like juicy, more like I can give more. My ideas are flowing more because I was just so nourished by my man. Like, he took me out, blah, blah, did this, took me a nice getaway. He took me to like a restaurant that I really wanted to go to. We had such a great experience, bought me flowers. Every time you look at your flowers on the side, you're like, man, having a great day. And through that, you create better content. Through that, you feel even more confident about yourself. So taken care of. So like, well, I can do anything because I have such a great support system. So it's so important that you really look out for yourself, your business, your career, your quality of life, really checking in with your nervous system. And like, and in order to attract this type of man and really discern a good man, like, not, and when I say good man, like, good man is not even just enough. You need a man that is financially thriving, stable, is up to your lifestyle standards and can take care of you if you didn't even have to work. And he will make you feel like you have options. Like, you don't have to work if you don't want to work. Like, babe, I can take care of you. Like, babe, I got you. Like, you're gonna still have your amazing lifestyle, like the lifestyle that you want. And I've got you. Like, I just want you to feel good, for you to relax, right? Do what you love. I want to finance your dreams, your business, right? So another thing I want to talk about, I'll answer questions at the end because there's a long list that I want to talk about. Wow, it's already like almost 40 minutes. This happens all the time where I'm like, I'm going to try to go through this quickly and not make it too long, but there's just so much I want to talk about. Another thing is, who you decide is your man, ladies, is going to affect your children. And I'm sure most of you who watch my videos grew up in a certain way where, because your parents who you looked up to, that you observed from a very young age, we learn from body language, from what we see, what we hear, right? From energy, nervous system, like our parents' nervous systems as we grew older, as we were raised, right? I want you to ask yourself, who am the person that I'm dating now, the person I'm entertaining, would I be proud? Would my daughters and son, would this person be a great father, great role model to my children? Right? Are they going to be a good example of what it means to be a provider, a masculine, healthy provider, emotionally available, and have emotional intelligence to solve problems, to diffuse disagreements. So there's always two types of men. Men who is going to diffuse maybe you having a bad day, or maybe you freaking out about something, or maybe you worrying about something, whatever it is. Obviously, none of us are perfect. There's going to be moments where you're going to freak out about something. Maybe there's an accident, car crash, maybe something's happening in your business, a break up with a friend, fall out with a friend, whatever it is, something, the duality of life, how life goes up and down. You need a man that can diffuse, ground you, and make you feel like everything's going to be okay, right? Not a man who's just like, sorry to hear that, and then they do nothing. Or like, your car broke down, and he's like, oh, and he's like, oh, I hope you get some help, like, hope you're okay, like, and then does nothing. You know, you need a man who's gonna come in and take care of things. And in disagreements, is he going to fuel the fire even more and trigger the F out of you even more? Like, maybe you're triggered and you went from a 0 to now you're a 4. And then now with him, now you're a 10, right? So you have to really discern, like, when you are dating guys, and maybe now you're more seriously dating and then maybe moving towards like commitment, marriage, and all of that. Like, in like certain times of your life, maybe something happened to you. Like, be vulnerable about it. Like, everyone has problems. Be vulnerable about your problems. Let him know how you're like. Be honest. See how he reacts. See, like, does he do anything? Does he go like, oh babe, oh my God, I'm so sorry to hear that. Like, what can I do to help? And then maybe like you have a date Friday night, and he's like, I've got it all sorted. I planned the most amazing night. And then he surprises you with your favorite flowers. He's like, oh, the restaurant that you mentioned last week, I booked us in, and then we're going to this dessert bar afterwards. And then he surprises you with a gift, something that maybe you said in passing. And he's like, I heard you said you had a bad day, and I wanted to cheer you up. Or whatever, like he like sends you help with something that you talked about in the past, or he gifts you something that is very thoughtful that maybe you needed help with, or you come home and he sent over someone to fix something because something was broken. What does your man do, right? Does he solve problems, take the load off of you, or does he fuel the fire? Right? I've been in, like, even, my parents, like, and I've witnessed so many relationships where the man is so emotionally out of touch with himself. Like, they don't even know how to properly take care and love women. There's two parts of it. Yes, some men, like, don't even care, like, you figure it out yourself. Like, you're an independent woman. There's that type of man. And, like, you can do it. Like, I believe in you. And there's men who'll come and save you and come and take care of you and make sure you're okay, because they know the assignment. They know their role. And then there's men who literally have never been taught what it's like to be a healthy, masculine provider, like a man that feels like, it's my honor to help you. It's my honor to make sure you're okay. It's my honor, it's my duty to do that for you. Like, I want to make sure you're okay, that you are happy, you are taken care of. So always ask yourself when you are dating, I wouldn't say maybe in the beginning, keep it fun, keep it like more, you don't need a trauma dump and when you're like dating, like in the beginning, but when you're like really getting to know them, like, that's the time to be vulnerable. And he's being vulnerable in his life, sharing more things about what he does, what's happening in his life. And naturally you come to a point where you feel safe to share like, oh, didn't have a great day today, this happened in my business, or like having trouble with my manager, whatever problem it is. See how they react. Something breaks down, mention it. See how they react. Oh, do you need help with that? I can come over and put up the paintings for you, right? Or like, oh, like you haven't been here, let me take you around. Whatever it is, see how they come. Like, I don't want to say like save you, like because you always are. I don't like to use save you because that feels very like victim-y, but more so see how they like protect, take care of you, and how they've got you. Like, you need to feel like they're your rock. If they're not your rock and like best friend, and like you feel like, I always like to say, like, I'll know when I'll meet my man is when he feels an adventure and at home at the same time. He makes me expand, like life is an amazing, extraordinary adventure. At the same time, it feels warm, like a warm blanket when I'm with him. Like he's home, like he's my rock, like he's got me. Like nothing feels more comfortable, nothing more feels more safe than his protection, than his provisions, his security, his emotional, like he's there to talk things out. He's there to soothe me. He's there to diffuse me, to calm me when, like, life happens, the ups and downs of life. So what I wanted to talk about is who you choose as your man. Your future children is going to learn love from him, from you guys, from your dynamic. So are you going to curse your children with the man that you choose? It's true. Ladies, like, who you choose as your husband, when you have children one day, your son is going to look up to your husband. Whatever your dynamic and love relationship is going to be like, your marriage is going to be like, they're going to be like, well, this is an example of what love is. If your husband does not respect you, he talks back to you, he calls you names, he calls you stupid, dumb, like maybe he abuses you, hits you when he's really at level 10, whatever it is, they're going to look at that and go, I don't believe in marriages. They're going to look at that and go, wow, my dad treated her like that. And they're going to think it's okay, normal to do that, right? And your daughter as well. If you choose a broke man, a man that doesn't treat you well, right? She's going to grow up having low self-worth. How do I know? That was me, right? How do I know? Like, how I grew up, I observed everything, right? And I just knew, like, I need to marry, like, a man that really sows into me. Really, like, I want to become a woman that have high self-worth, confidence in myself, so I can be, like, confident in my intuition on who I choose as my husband. I don't want my children to go through that. I don't want my children to have to go through a lot of trauma of like not feeling worthy, not having high self-confidence, not feeling like they are worthy and deserving of a high quality man that really provides for them, really takes care of them, that's really got them, right? I grew up like really, there are many moments in my life in the sense of don't get me, like, I love my parents. Like, our relationship grown so much over the years. But growing up, like, seeing that dynamic of my parents, I'm like, wow, like, I don't see the passion there. I don't see the love there. Like, I see them taking granted of each other. And again, there's two types of people. Like, because I was so into self-development, I observed it from a more neutral space than seeing that example, my parents, as that's what life is. There's people who will go through life who are like, well, my parents didn't work out. They had multiple marriages. They broke out, blah, blah, blah. That's why I don't believe in marriages. See, I went the other way. There's two ways you could always go. You could take your experience of how you grew up, how you were raised, the circumstances, like the life you were dealt with. Like, yes, we were all dealt different cards. You can use that as an excuse of like why things doesn't work out, why you can't have this, why marriages suck, blah blah. Or you could be like, that's contrast, that will help me. Because I went through this, because I observed this, experienced this firsthand, and what I saw I didn't like, but I can create something different. Like I can change internally. I can reject that, and I can build self-worth, confidence, love. I can learn myself. That is why I have invested in coaches, in programs, right? Learning from so many other women who also went through the same process and now they teach it as well, right? And without investing in myself, I wouldn't have realized, wow, it's not actually like normal. Now it's become normal to go 50-50, right? And why all the men that I kept attracting were feminine, were broke, less ambitious as me, was because I was in my hyper masculine, because I needed that at the time to survive as I grew older, right? I couldn't trust in my parents to emotionally be there for me, or my parents to help me in certain circumstances. So I had to be in my masculine mostly to get out of that, to go for my dreams. And yes, being masculine, like, yes, it's good to have both, but being hyper masculine, a lot of the times women, like, they don't know about it. They need to be in that hyper masculine state to go for their dreams, for their goals, to get the job that they want, to sort of put up a barrier. Like I experienced this myself, where I had to put up a barrier where like I had to block off certain energy or certain trauma or certain like my dad is like, both my parents is very hard to like growing up talk to them about my emotions. My dad would also always also say, like, you don't have to be so emotional. Why are you so insensitive? You don't need to cry. Like stop crying. And so I, over time, was like, I can't share my emotions. I can't be vulnerable. I can't share with them my feelings. So I had to hold it in. And that built a lot of like energetic weight and trauma in my body. And that has led to me getting certain like acne or certain symptoms in my body, which over time I've learned to like heal, let go. So like I said, who you choose as your husband is going to affect your kids. How do I know? Me, example. And if you're watching this, you probably went through the same thing where your parents, yes, you love them. Like we can always love someone wholeheartedly, but certain aspects, like I grew a lot of resentment, or like I had to protect myself because you treated me this way, or because you raised me this way. I had to be overly in my masculine because I couldn't feel like I could trust you, couldn't feel like I could share my feelings with you. It goes so deep, ladies. So you are always teaching your children what love is like. You are always teaching your children the example of love, the example of a marriage, example of like, I want my kids to be like, wow, mom and dad are kissing again, like get a room. Like that's cute to me. And I want them to be able to share with us like their feelings, what's happening at school. Like my parents did not know I was bullied at school because I felt like I could not let them know. Like it wasn't safe for me to share with them. I'm getting bullied. This person assaulted me, blah, blah. Like I didn't share that with them because I didn't feel like it was a safe space that I could be myself, that I could be vulnerable. Because again, my dad would be like, you don't need to cry. Like they never talked to me about a lot of important things growing up. Like if my kid was bullied, I'd be like, I would have a conversation with them about bullies, about what's going on in their head, how it's not actually personal, it's actually about someone, like there's insecurity with them, or there's something inside of them making them feel like I need to put someone down, or I need to treat someone this way to make me feel better about myself, and for them to really work on their confidence, their self-concept, and even talk to that person or whatever. But I never had those conversations with my parents growing up, and I always had to hold that internally, deal with the bullying myself. So if you pick a partner that isn't able to go deep with you in a lot of topics, to go deep with you in even maybe your insecurities, maybe your triggers. For example, like in my early 20s, I was more on the anxious attachment style. And the men that I kept attracting was more of like the avoidant attachment style, to really bad combos, right? Because avoidance, they would avoid the conversations, they avoid intimacy, they don't want to talk to you about really deep topics, right? They're gonna ignore it, they're gonna ghost you, and guess what happens? It triggers you more into more anxiousness, and when that happens, you want to attach more, you want to text them more, you want to like I need their validation, I'm scared of being abandoned. But in an avoidant is like, oh my god, I can't get too close, because if I get too close, like they will leave. That's an avoidance like worst fear. Both is about abandonment, but different reasons. If I get too close, if I let my guard down, they're gonna leave. And so they're more avoidant. So every time one person activates their dominant like nervous system attachment style, whether it's avoidant or an anxious attachment style, they trigger each other, and you both downward spiral, right? That is why it's so important. Whether you're either avoidant or anxious, I was more dominantly anxious growing up. I had to heal that, really truly love myself, create safety within myself, be able to soothe myself, really be like so complete, so happy in my own company, really got myself in a healthy way, not like a hyper masculine way, but really like learned how to regulate my nervous system and tell myself everything's going to be okay with or without a man, right? I can't like I'm good. Like I'm good. I've got myself. I have a strong sense of self, strong identity. I know what I like. I can like solo date myself. I can travel, right? I'm financially stable. I'm doing what I love. Like the more you do all of this, ladies, right? And you really pour into your cup, the more you move from anxious to now secure. And when you're more secure, guess what you attract? You attract more secure people, right? And I'm not saying if you're more anxious, you're more avoidant, you can't date, but you're more like this on the spectrum. Maybe if you're really triggered, both of you, you move slightly towards more of your dominant, you'll fall back into your dominant like attachment style, but you're not gonna be like this, like level 10. You more be like level 2, level 3 if you're like slightly triggered, and you can still be together. But the goal is to move to a secure attachment style, and that way you will attract more secure men as well. And together, conversations, conflict resolutions, the way you communicate with each other are like at par, are aligned. Both of you are not gonna feel like, oh, like I need more space, or like, oh, like I'm anxious, he didn't text me back. Like when you are secure, if a man doesn't text you back, if a man doesn't follow up, confirm, you're like, next. Like you're so secure in yourself. That has become me. Like over time, the more I've worked on myself, like you're just like, abundant mindset, so many men in the world. Like, like when you're anxious, you're like, oh, I gotta text him back. Like, should I text him? Should I call him? Like, I need to chase him, blah, blah. Maybe he is busy. Like, and he goes, blah, blah, blah. And your mind is like all over the place. That's when you need to work on your attachment style. Okay. So how do you discern if he's the right man? He's a great husband, father, role model for your children. Really, really like ask yourself that. Do I imagine him? Can I envision him as a good, high quality, like representation of the type of father and husband that I want for my future kids? Will they learn healthy traits, healthy characteristics, how to sow into their future partners, like the way you want them to? Is your daughter gonna look up to your dad and go, wow, like this is the type of husband that I want for myself, because my dad treats my mom amazingly. He treats her like a queen, right? And then your son's gonna be like, wow, like my dad like holds so much composure. Like he really is the rock of the family. He really takes care of my mom. Like I want to develop the same traits as my dad and be really financially successful and really have this leadership role in the family. Like again, who you choose your husband, your kids, that is gonna be their base of like, this is what love is, the possibility of love. This is what love is like. Again, no one's perfect, but dominantly, like, even if you have conflict, like, your kids see you resolve the conflict. Your kids see you holding hands, kissing each other. Your kids see you, like, doing fun things together, like, individually, go on date nights, even if you have kids. Okay. And again, coming back to, you need to really, like, ask yourself, do I feel better mentally, emotionally, physically, like everything wise? Is my life elevated with him? If he's not, then no. Chuck him to the curb. Next, I mean, there's certain aspects where, yes, you grow as a couple, but in the very beginning, like you have to know your non-negotiables. You have to know, like, if it's something really serious, like if he cannot work through, like, and have hard conversations, that is a hard no. Even if he ticks other things, even if he provides, even though he's like maybe kind, blah blah, when he's good, all of that, and he's got a good family, blah blah, treats you well, but if you can't have hard conversations, it's a hard no. Like good luck dealing with that down the line. Like, he needs to at least, no one's perfect, by the way. I'm not perfect. None of us are perfect. There's gonna be like different aspects where we are gonna be more triggered in other aspects, or where we need more learning and evolving in. You just need to find someone that has the growth mindset of, maybe you're like I would love to talk about this, like it's important for me to raise this concern, blah blah, and I'd like to like share with you my feelings and see what you think about it, and if we can work through it. If he does not meet you there and want to really actually have a deep conversation that is calm, that isn't like raised to yelling or screaming or calling names or whatever, like he's not it. You just need someone who's got that growth mindset, who can work with you in that. And remember, ladies, it's better to be single than to be with a man that is just not it. Like, I've seen it time and time again. You will down spiral, right? Your goals, your quality of life, your business, your glow. Like, when you are single, ladies, and I don't like how when people say like, what's wrong with you, you're single, or like ask, like go around asking people, there's something wrong with you, like tell me what's wrong with you, why are you single? Like, you know, so many people say that to single people, and it's like, being single and married, like one is not better than the other. Everyone's going through their own individual journeys, right? Some people find their partner when they're 35. Like Matthew Hussey, I think he found his wife at 35, 36. And what's his name? Lewis Howes, I think when he was 37, 38. Like, some people find their partner later in life when they've done a bunch of stuff, and yes, they've been in relationships, but they've worked in their business, they've really scaled their business, or explored the world, or go through different experiences to get there. Some people meet their person when they're 18 and 20, or it's their high school sweetheart. There's no one or the other where you're less than or more than if you are in a relationship or marriage. And how many of y'all experience marriages, relationships where you know they should not be married? So ladies, why again, I'm still like dumbfounded by people still thinking like, if you're married, you must have more like experience, or you're better than, or like have more whatever, because you're married. People are in marriages that that they don't even like each other. They don't even communicate. That's why I said there's no point comparing someone single or married. Like, what's wrong with you? Or like, why haven't you been married yet? Everyone's in different seasons. So if he doesn't put you in your feminine and at ease, not worth it. Don't do it. Keep being single, pouring into yourself. Trust me, ladies, the more you pour into yourself, the more you really practice like being in your feminine and your glow, being magnetic, working on your goals, your business, your identity, like you will naturally attract men. Like today I was at the gym. I was at the top where the cardio machines. I was finished with the stairmaster, and I was making my way downstairs, and a guy, really cute guy, was walking towards me. He walked up the stairs. I was about to go down the stairs, and then when we just locked eyes, and for like 3-4 seconds, like we just looked at each other, and I just smiled. Then he smiled, and like it has taken me like a long time, like in my 20s, to even get there, of like feeling confident enough and feeling, if you can't make eye contact and like hold it, ladies, it is a very confronting thing. But when you work on regulating your nervous system and work on being seen, you're gonna feel so much more confident and more like you want to be seen. Like, yeah, you're gonna smile back. Yeah, you're gonna like have a share like eye contact with a man without feeling like, oh, I gotta look away, like I don't want him to see me, kind of thing. And yeah, like your life will completely change, and you'll get to a point, like my last live that I did, ladies, I talked about how like you get to a point where your life is so good, your business is thriving, your career is thriving, and like you really upgraded your style, you've upgraded like every aspect of your life, like you're traveling with your friends or solo, you're doing the things that you love to do, you're checking off everything in your bucket list. You'll get to a point where you're just like, fuck it, like you're just like, he'll come when he comes. You just have this overwhelming trust and feeling like you're the center of the universe, and like he's just gonna find you, because things will start happening in your life where men start like looking at you, men will start approaching you, men will like, you'll naturally go on dates with people that you will meet that will approach you, ask for a number when you're out and about. It's gonna be so easy, ladies, because you're in your feminine. It naturally happens. And I say this a lot, if you don't have men approaching you or like making eye contact with you or like being pursued out and about, not even just on the apps, and on the apps, it should be like super easy. Like I don't even want to put this down to like scientific terms, but it's a very like energetic frequency, like very like spiritual terms, in the sense of when you're at this frequency on the apps, you're not even swiping. You'll just go on the app and he'll just be right there. And you're like, swipe right. He messages you. And that's how fast it is, right? And when you're at the gym, you're at the grocery store, you're just minding your own business and he approaches you. That's what happens when you really work on yourself. You become a powerful magnet and they just come in effortlessly. And you're not just sitting there days on end, swipe, swipe, swipe. No, ladies, pull that energy back into yourself. Trust me. And then one day you'll just hop on the apps and he'll just be the first, second person there, and it's going to be easy, and then he's going to match you back, and he's going to pursue you, message you first, initiate convo, and you're going to have one of the best days of your life, and it's going to lead to something amazing. Has happened to me many, many times. Another thing I want to talk about, because I've experienced this firsthand again, is, again, like, a good man is not enough reason for you to like to consider like he could be like my future husband. A good man, not enough. He needs to be financially stable. Again, he needs to be emotionally there, intellectually, emotional intelligence there, right? So many times I've seen my extended family members and people that I know, he's cheap and frugal with money. You're gonna have a very horrendous struggle straight life down the road, ladies. Like, he's gonna pick the cheapest motel, right? And then like, and this happens so many times as well in my life, and people I've seen, like, they're gonna downgrade so many times. Like, I remember like a family member, the guy, the husband, purchased like so instead of purchasing a direct flight, because that's more, he purchased a flight that had 3 layovers. Three. Instead of purchasing a direct flight for his wife. And you know what happened? Oh my goodness. I was like talking to the wife, and they were saying how exhausted they were, and like you can tell like they were getting like feeling sick, because you know traveling is like so much like you're so exhausted. You're like a lot of waiting and a lot of just sitting, and like 3 layovers instead of buying her a direct flight to save what, $200, $100. I like, ladies, stop picking. You gotta really listen. Do not pick a frugal man. You need to pick a generous man where he's like, I need to make sure you're comfortable. I'm gonna pick first class, business class at least, right? Or upgraded seat, whatever it is. Like, I need to make sure you're okay. Like, let me get you a hotel, like doing a massage. Like, he needs to always have your emotional, your physical, your intellectual, your mental, your everything, like health at the top of his list. Before himself. He puts you before himself. Of course, a man always takes care of himself, blah, blah, but he's the man of the house. He needs to make sure my wife needs to be okay. My wife needs to have everything. Like, I need to make sure that she's got food, she's got water, she's hydrated, she's got good sleep, she's got clothes to wear, like things like she's wearing clothes that she likes to wear, like she's having fun, like she's thriving in life. You need to choose a man who has this mindset, right? And you gotta stop it with the lack mindset. But where is he? I can't find him. Where do I find him? You find him when you become a woman who you 100%, like without a doubt, and selling your body where I deserve this. Like, I've poured into myself. I've gone for my dreams. I've betted on my goals. I've taken risks. I've prioritized myself in so many areas of my life. You start attracting these men when you become the embodiment of it. So it's never about where are they. They appear when you start doing the work on yourself, because now you start going to more elevated places. Now maybe you've upgraded to business class, right? You're in the business lounge, right? Now you've invested in yourself in so many different programs, masterminds. You go to in-person seminars, courses, you go to in-person like events, right? And this is where all of these high quality men are. And also, they will find you when you're just doing you. Maybe you started earning more money and doing what you love in your business, your career. You go into the nice, bougie grocery store. You go to the nice, like, the nice shops. Maybe you start buying yourself luxury items. These men are there, right? And maybe you've created a freedom-based life where you get to go shopping to the mall on a weekday, right? On a Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, you're there at 11 a.m. You're eating your lunch. You're at a nice restaurant eating your steak, your lobster, whatever, your oysters, right? He's going to come up to you, right? You're a whole other different vibration. You're a whole other different frequency. These men will start showing up. And same goes with money. Same goes with friends. The more you're investing in yourself, you go in the masterminds, you go in courses, you're doing like a lot of activities, solo traveling, going to different places, elevated environments, more luxury fine dining environments. These are also where your dream friendships are. They're also working on themselves. They've elevated themselves enough to want to be able to dine at those places. They've elevated themselves to be able to go to business class in the lounge. Right? This is where you meet these people. Like, I met this woman on the plane. She was sitting next to me, and you start meeting these people who pour into themselves because they've upgraded, pouring themselves when you do. Like, when you are in these environments, you have similar mindsets. You're there, you're in an elevated environment, you're in business, you're in first class, right? And they're there too because they have taken risks in their life. Right? They are ambitious. They've betted on themselves. They had enough self-worth and love to pay an extra $500, $1,000, $10,000 to be in the lounge, to be in first class, to get the upgraded seat, to get the nice bougie seat. And you did too, right? This is how you start meeting these people. And you only do that, and it only happens when you start really focusing on your life, right? The more you focus in on yourself, guess what? That's when the testimonials, that's when the men, that's when the money, that's when the sales, everything starts flowing to you very naturally. Like it feels so effortless. It feels like magic. Like I always say, it literally feels like magic. And sometimes there's no logical explanation. It's energetic. It's energetics. Okay. I love your videos. It's my boyfriend's birthday today. Could you please give him a show? Hi, Hugh. Hi, Hugh. Hugh G. Rection? What? Hi, Esther. Hi, Asif. Hi, Bella. Okay, now I'll read the comments. I'll answer the questions. Oh my god, I need to go live more, guys. I just feel more free flowing than like videoing and then like editing, and it's a lot faster too. Thank you, Bella. Okay. 67. Mandy says say 67. Why 67? Is that your favorite number? Whew. Okay, that was a fun live. Like, I want to do more lives. Like, I feel like I'm very like free flowing, and I love that. I love answering questions and talking to you ladies, and it makes me feel like really close to you ladies as well. And yeah, I just like speaking about, even going my tangents. It's just, I believe whatever channels, whatever comes through is the perfect message for whoever is watching. Like, it's going to help someone. So I'm just going to let it come through, even though it may be like off track, unrelated, it's going to come through. Okay. I think, oh, one more thing I want to mention. Yeah, make sure when choosing a man that he's not cheap and frugal at the expense of your sanity, at the expense of your emotional, physical health that we talked about, right? Like, I've seen like men like saying, oh, we don't need to hire movers. I'll just get a truck, and then we or you can pack the stuff and move it in the trunk. Like that, like, no. Like, again, that is like treating your wife as the help. Like, you're gonna cook, you're gonna clean, like you're the help. Like, I'm not gonna spend an extra few dollars to hire movers to help move the boxes. Like, we're gonna do it. Like, you're gonna do most of it, right? Or expecting or wanting you to have more children, and then expecting you to do everything again. Cook, clean, take care of the kids, right? Like, without hiring nannies. Like, for me, I'm not gonna have kids unless we're gonna have a nanny. Like, and even multiple nannies as well. I want my sleep. I still want to do fun things. Like, it is a service to everyone, and it benefits everyone if you are good, ladies. If you're still taking care of yourself, getting good sleep, hydrating, nourishing yourself, going to the gym, getting sunshine, seeing your friends, being social. Yes, it's a different life when you're a mother, but when you nourish you can give more back to your children. You can take care of them a lot better. You're more in a better emotional state, energy state too. And to your husband, to pour into him as well, right? And another thing is like, oh, men expecting women to do their laundry, fold clothes for them. It's like, you're a grown effing man. A grown man. A grown man. Do not ever do your man's laundry or fold clothes with him for him, or iron his clothes. He's a grown freaking man, right? Hire help. You're not the help, ladies. So one more, and finishing off. Hi, Esther, again. Thank you, Esther. Okay, so today is November 9th. So we are coming to, I think, less than 9 days before pre-sale of the Modern Aphrodite ends. So right now it is at $997 painful, or 4 monthly payments of $267. and then it's going to jump to early bird at 1997. So it will double the investment. So everything I talked about today, if you want to learn how to discern like an actual really good husband for you and for your future children, this is what I'm going to be teaching in it. If you want your money to be your money and his money to be our money, your money too, I'm going to be teaching you that, right? If you have the pattern of always thinking like, I need to impress him, like I like always concerned about, does he like me? Like, do I look good enough? Am I pretty enough? Did I say the right thing? I need to sound smart, blah, blah, blah. If you're always concerned, like have this pattern of always being concerned about like, does he like me? More than like observing him and going like, wait, does he have the qualities I'm looking for? Is he sewing into me? If you're not the person leaned back and like, show me what you can offer me. Right? Like, what do you bring to the table? Because I'm the whole goddamn table. Like, I'm the whole value here, right? If you don't actively believe that, not even believe that, are the embodiment of that, of just lean back. Like, you're just like, what do you bring to the table? Like, impress me. Like, that's what you need to be doing, ladies, not the other way around. That's how you get men to pour into you, sow into you. Another thing is, you only attract these men. You are always training them and teaching them how to treat you. Because it's like in the beginning, if he like senses like you, and he could be a high quality man, if he senses of like, oh, she'll go home with me, like she wants to split the bill, like she has, like he can sense you have low self-worth, he's gonna be like, that's not my wife, even if he's a high quality man. Right? If you act in certain ways where he can feel that, men can feel that you don't believe that you're the prize, you're the whole goddamn table. If you don't believe that, right? They can sense it, and then that switches how they respond back to you and how they treat you. If you're like, yeah, like how are you gonna impress me? And you'll lean back, and he knows like, oh, she's only going to accept a high investment luxury day. It can't be a walking day, can't be a coffee day. She gives off this like energetic standard. She gives off this like, she's a high caliber woman. She's a high value woman. She's going to add so much to my life. She's going to be an incredible mother. He's going to come with like everything. He's going to be on his best behavior, A++. Like, and it's like, I would love to pick you up. Right? Opens the car door for you because you're looking like a snack. You're looking amazing. Right? He's not going to even let you look at the bill. He's going to take care of it. Right? He's going to say he's going to go to the bathroom. This, like many guys have done this for me, where they go to the bathroom and they just take care of the bill in the bathroom, and we just walk out and I'm just like, did we pay? He's like, oh yeah, taken care of. Like he'll contact your restaurant that you want to try. Like he will make sure you are taken care of, that he's on his A game by how you show up, and he's always like feeling your energy. If you're texting a lot, he's gonna be like, does she not have things to do? Like, does she have a life? Like, she's texting me all day long. Value goes down. Again, even if you're with a high quality man, in the beginning, again, you can be like, wow, she's amazing. Then you start acting a bit like low quality, acting like you forgot your worth. And then he's like, oh, so that was an act. Like she's not actually like that. Like she was putting on a front, but this is how she actually believes she's worth. Or like she believes like this is what she can get, or what she believes is her value. So it can always change. And even, yes, down the line in the marriage. Like so many women are treated amazingly when they first are courted, pursued, dating, then they get to marriage. And it's like the guy doesn't remember her birthday. The guy doesn't do anything for her birthday. The guy doesn't do anything for anniversaries. Doesn't do anything just even for date nights, just because. Flowers. I don't need to get flowers, right? We're just stuck together. What's the, like she doesn't need flowers. Stop. And another thing I keep seeing women keep doing is like Oh, I don't need flowers. Oh, you don't need to go to that much trouble. Oh, you don't need to pick me up. I can do it myself. Or like, I don't need extravagant things. Never say you don't need extravagant things, ladies. Never say you don't need to go to that much trouble. Never tell a man you don't need certain things. Like, your job is to make him, like, for him to give the most to you. He's always siphoning your energy. So you need to make sure he's always sowing into you, because your energy is gonna trickle, go downstream over time, ladies. You always need to keep your identity, keep your self-worth, your standard up here every single phase. Early dating phase to getting more serious, commitment, proposal, marriage, right? He needs to keep you kept. He needs to still like pay, like, he, again, fully provided for, your nails done, hair done, blah, 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 takes you shopping, nice dates throughout the week, just because flowers, like picks you up, like your favorite takeaway, takes you out to your favorite places, getaways, whatever. When you're married and when you have kids, you can never ever tell a man, oh, we don't need to do that, we're married now. Like, I don't need this. You don't need to go to much trouble. Like, I don't need such a nice ring. Never say these things, ladies. The more you say these things, over time, he's going to be like, wow, she's turned into from high maintenance to low maintenance, so I don't need to go to the much trouble. I don't even need a plan anymore. Like, she hasn't said anything that because I haven't planned. So I guess the standard is down here now. You get what I mean? You get what I mean, ladies? So yes, pre-sale Modern Aphrodite ending, I think less than 8 days. So now 997, 4 payments of 267 monthly payments, and it'll double the price, 1997 on November 17th. So get in, ladies. It's going to change your life. It's going to change your life. And I've added as a pre-bonus the section Pursued, Wine, and Dine from Dream Girl Academy into the Modern Aphrodite, all about how to attract wealthy provider men and how to receive princess treatment. Have the red carpet rolled out for you, high investment dates, luxury dates, and then you're going to have the wife energy, the wife material, the proposal, how to get the ring curriculum as well. And again, all courses get instant access to Superhuman and Quantum Activations, those 2 memberships as well. So the quicker you enroll in any of my courses, you're going to get the rest of 2025 access. So if you invest now, you're going to have 7 weeks complimentary access to Quantum Activations and Superhuman. Another one is that's time sensitive is Exit the Matrix. So this is my quantum manifestation course. I'll be teaching you everything about universal laws, right? How to tap into the quantum field, how to bend time and reality. So right now, that is a quarter of the full investment. And if you are new here, every time I launch a program, it always starts at pre-sale, then pre-sale, early bird, full investment, and the pre-sale is always a quarter of the investment, and it goes up as we get closer to the launch date. So get in now. Again, Exit the Matrix. Any of my courses, you're going to get complimentary access to Superhuman and Quantum Activations until the end of the year. Another thing I want to talk about is my Her Year membership. So if you're a woman who you've watched all my videos, and you're like, oh my God, I want to learn about this and this and this and this. Like, holy shit, she's opened my eyes to this. And I also want to attract my dream man. And I also want to work my business. And I also want to attract money. You gotta enroll inside my Her Year membership. It's literally like waking up on Christmas morning. You're going to have it all on your dashboard. You're going to have all my memberships. So Quantum Activations, Superhuman, Dream Girl Academy. By the way, if you didn't know, Quantum Activations and Superhuman is already in Dream Girl Academy. And you're going to get access to all of my courses and 4 private coaching sessions with me. So whether you want to use it all in one go, whether you want to book in every quarter with me, and we will go through your goals. We will go through exactly like what you want to achieve, how to get there, the identity behind it, the energetics behind it, the actual action steps behind it, what you actually need to do and to show up as, to think like, right? Your thoughts, your beliefs. How are you going to act incongruent incongruent sounds like, how are you going to act congruent to that version of yourself that you want to become? So it's super powerful if you're a woman who really likes, and they're all connected as well. Like I say a lot of the times, how you do money is how you do men, because it's, again, feminine, masculine, energetics, right? Money is the same as men. The easier you make it, the more magnetic you are, the more lean back you are, that's how men are attracted to you. That's how they approach you. That's how they pursue you. Same with money. The easier you make money, right? And you believe like, I'm worthy and deserving for money to be easy for me. I'm worthy and deserving for money, large amounts of money to drop into my lap. It shows up. So many people overwork. I'm also doing another video on how to get rich and work less. How to work less and be rich. Next live, guys. So 2 time sensitive offers is the Modern Aphrodite. Again, you have less than 9 days or 8 days, I don't know. You'll see on the sales page to enroll into the Modern Aphrodite at pre-sale before it goes to early bird, and the investment doubles. Then you have Exit the Matrix, which is a quarter of the investment, all about quantum manifestation, how to bend time, how to bend reality, universal laws. It's a game changer. Like, I feel like that is the mother of every other course. Like, in every other course, I teach aspects of it, but this is like, we're going deep. And then, yes, so her year, if you want everything, you want Christmas morning to come early, hop into her year. Like, we're gonna work so closely together. You get access to all my private community groups. And we're really gonna dive in all of our calls to really dive into your limiting beliefs, your blocks, like what you have, the illusions you've created or the blocks that you've created, the time gap, the lag where you're like, oh, I need to do this before I can get here. We're going to collapse that really fast. And I'm going to be there right there with you. And you're going to get amazing results really fast. And with that as well, if you win another bonus, if you enroll now, you get the rest of 2025 and 2026. So you're going to get 14 months instead of 12 months. So her year is 12 months, but it's the 2025 bonus of whatever. The earlier you enroll, the more time you have inside of her year and access to all my programs and anything else that I will come out throughout the year, throughout your time in that container. So if I come up with a new program, new offer, you get that as well within that time frame. So that is it, ladies. If you have any questions, ask them now, because I finished everything that I've written down. Ask them now if you have any questions. I'll stay on for a couple more minutes if you have any questions, and I'll answer them. But oh my gosh, guys, I had the most amazing morning. Woke up at 7, went to the gym, had a great workout, did an ab and a lower body workout. And ladies, if you go to the gym and you don't like doing abs, like I don't really like doing abs, but I'm working on my abs, so my core. So now I always do them first because you're just like refreshed and you just get them done and it's just done. Don't leave core or abs towards the end because that's when you're tired and you're like, nah. So now I'll put them at the front. So any questions, ladies, write them down. I will answer them. But in a month, ladies, I'm so excited. I'm heading back to Melbourne and I'm going to have the time of my life. I'm going to be exploring all the cafes, all the restaurants. There are a couple people that are taking me out in Melbourne as well. We're going to play some golf. We're going to go to some bougie restaurants. I'm going to meet up with my friends in Melbourne. It's going to be an amazing time. So, okay, let me see. Well, I had the most amazing time with you ladies. I will be back with another live. I think I'm just going to continue just doing lives now onwards. It's just super fun, easy. And I get to free flow, talk to you ladies, answer questions, like connect with you ladies as well, interact with you ladies. I will see you in my next live. Bye, ladies. Okay. How do you end?